A wise man once wrote, "Truth as I thought it mattered. I thought that music mattered. But does it? Bollocks! Not compared to our people matter. We'll be singing when we're winning. We'll be singing. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. Just like these two fools, they won't stay down. This is Dave and Juan."
And 3, 2, 1.
Take 2.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. How you doing? I'm Dave.
I'm Juan.
This is Dave and Juan.
More time. One more time.
One more time. So this may be the first episode we ever sort of practiced, not on purpose.
Like fully.
Pretty much. Technical problems, and we start talking about, internet connections and all these things, and forget to start recording. So
Little mistake.
a little bit, yeah. Juan and I've been having some really great conversations.
The best one we ever had.
Man, dude. Emmys. We had the Emmy award winning podcast happen.
We were going to get one for definitely for technical, for the lighting.
Yes, the lighting is amazing.
As well as the internet connection.
Yeah. So this is our second week. Our second week of bad connections because Juan is on the road.
San Antonio.
There you go. Are you doing some White River rafting?
We're going tubing. I know that.
Oh, not in. You ain't tubing in that river.
No, it's somewhere else. I think it's about a half hour, 45 minutes from here.
Yeah. You don't tube on the river walk.
Yeah, I ate along the river earlier,
Right.
among a lot of birds. I felt like I was in a recasting of the movie The Birds.
Hey man, wildlife.
Yeah.
Welcome to Texas, and enjoy the flowers and the fauna.
I'm sitting on the close to the balcony, and I see little flowered carriages pass by every now and then, being pulled by mules.
Yeah.
There's nothing I think of, to me that can be more romantic than cuddling up with your significant other 3 feet from a big old sack of mule poop. Something special about it.
Big old.
Making memories.
I saw a big old sack of mule poop warm up a cowboy mouth at Tina's one night. It was a long night, man. No, glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it to Texas. We made it back from Florida.
No more flat tires. No.
Safer on the way back. Yeah. Good trip on the way back. The only thing dangerous on our trip back was we ate at Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
Nothing against Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. Hadn't been there in forever. And I guess it's because where they locate these things. I just never find myself. I drive by Cracker Barrels a lot, going to various places.
I'm not a big fan. Yeah, Joey likes it, so we'll go. She calls it Crackle Barrel as opposed to Cracker, which annoys me.
But that's not the restaurant's fault.
No, I know.
That's an issue you have with your wife, not the restaurant. I'm sorry.
Right, and she's a highly educated woman. And she's not calling it.
You said that with such. She's a highly educated woman. Yeah, my wife's got a master's degree too, and I still.
Yeah, well, she went to Clemson. She went to school out of state.
Technically, so did I.
She's not saying crackle to be funny. That's just what she thinks it is.
The R is silent, man. And
there's no L.
There's a magic L. The R is silent. There's a magic L. Yeah. No, I think that gets you about the Cracker Barrel is I forgot. And it's been a while, but like I said, and you always get the breakfast in there. That's just what you do. They got all these other foods, but yeah, you get the breakfast. Of course, my wife does this to me a lot, but it was kind of funny to watch her with her dad. So we go to order, and he wanted to order fish, and we're in Alabama.
A man from
South Louisiana.
South Louisiana.
Yeah, so we're in a Cracker Barrel off of I-10 in Alabama somewhere, and it might have been Mississippi, but wherever, it doesn't matter. And he was ordering fish, and my wife was like, "You're ordering fish in a Cracker Barrel?"
I'm sure it was fresh.
Caught out of Mobile Bay that day, I'm sure. But I ended up ordering. You get the Mama's this breakfast and whatever, and I try to be healthy and ask them, do you have like whole wheat pancakes? No, they don't carry those anymore, but at least they got sugar-free syrup. But I forget what I got. I got one of the Mama's deals. Man, the food they bring. You got a stack of pancakes. You got sausage. You got eggs sunny side up. You got either toast or biscuit. I forget. You got grits. You got. If I was at Golden Corral, I don't think
on your third trip to the buffet.
I think the people at Golden Corral be like, "Whoa, Cracker Barrel, man, pump the brakes. What are you trying to do? Kill these people?" And it's what you do. You sit, and especially when it's a big group of people and people eat at different paces and it's slow, so you just. A normal human being would have, hey, I'm kind of full, but dang it, I'm full. But I got 1.5 pancakes left here and some grits.
I paid for this. I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna make my kids eat everything, but I'm not. No, I'm not taking it with me. I'm eating it.
After church, so we did. It's kind of fun. I guess it was a pretty good trip. We started our trip, went to church on Sunday morning. Apparently we didn't pray hard enough in church because we had a blowout. Well, I didn't have a blowout, but one of our vehicles had a blowout on the way to.
You prayed enough, apparently.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that. My wife was driving the other car. I don't know. I always tell her she's much more.
Delve into people's prayer lives.
I'm just saying, like, hey, my apparently my prayers.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Apparently my prayers were, but. So we started off there and ended up, which was funny how it bookends. So we ended up coming back the following Saturday evening. We slept in Houma, went to church Sunday mornings before heading back. So the funny thing, the bookend was on Sunday, the first Sunday before we leave. See, we're automatic payment with church. So like our parish here is just every week they ding what they ding, and I got to keep an eye. I don't pay much attention. My wife's a very generous woman. That's always I always tell her. I said we must be doing better than I think because you pretty generous, man. I wish I had you for a friend. I mean, that's
kind of decimal are you using when you calculate?
Yeah, I'm like, man, really? Like, okay, I think most of the stuff's already paid for. What we, but she keep on saying that. But anyway, so we're at this other, the church. Actually, the church we got married in, and they're back to normal. No mask, and everything's great. And they're passing the collection basket, and she starts passing and my wife looks at me and says, you got like. $50. What?
Yeah, why?
Wait, who do you think you're sitting next to? I don't care. And the thing is, I don't know. Like I will go a month, and this is not exaggeration. I will go a month and never look in the money section of my wallet.
Yeah, I don't even carry a wallet. This is a phone.
Yeah,
a card, my debit card, and that's it.
Now,
my driver's license is on my phone.
So, but anyway, I looked at my wallet. Now, when I opened my wallet, it could have had cobwebs in it. It could have had $1,000. I have no idea what I'm going to find. I'm like, hey, I had $42. So, pulled out the 20s. Here you go. Is what I got. Tough luck on that second collection, by the way.
Should have told me before.
Hey, man. Sorry. Because I'm not going to throw my last $2 into that second collection. I just, so.
A special collection.
So there you go. It's always special. Anyway, so yeah, great. We have a week in, shows you the world we're living in. We spent a week in Florida and we went places, did stuff. I spent a ton of money in Florida. We're back the next week, same church, same mass, they start passing collection. I got the same $2 in my wallet. Well, you might be out of luck, but my oldest son is sitting right here, and I'm like, yo, bro, you got some cash on you? This dude's wallet's insane, man. I don't think he even knows what he has in there. He's got 20s rolled up. They're not even laid out, like not even like old men like us. I say old men like that.
Arrange it.
Oh man, look, yeah, because that's how I know what I got. Yeah. So when I fan that stuff, I know, I ain't got no big bills. I can tell you, he's got them, some flat, some are rolled up. He's like pulling out 20s. I'm like, look at you, Rockefeller.
Yeah, I think kids will put money in a wallet as though it's a bank. Yeah, just cash. They're not going to deposit it. So it's just, where else are they going to keep it? In there. We're here. So, I mean, we got here today. So I'm here for, I guess, 4 or 5 days. But we were at dinner, early dinner, and mariachi band is walking around the Riverwalk, and the guy walks up to the table and says, can we play for it? I said, hey, go for it, man. And he said, we play for tips. Is that okay? I said, I have no problem with how you make your money. Whatever you want to do, make a living.
Well, guys don't know what they're stepping into. I'm not judging you. Make your money any way you're going to make your money.
Yeah, I'm going to do a podcast after a while. I'm not getting paid. I'm not even asking for tips for that.
Twice.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it twice.
And he's a little into it, and I'm thinking, this guy thinks I'm going to tip him. It's like, I got no cash, dude. I got no cash. He said, maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. I won't have any cash then.
That's when you offer them, part of my burrito. I mean, I got
I got some salsa right here. 2 kinds.
You're gonna, you can't even make eye contact with those guys because it's embarrassing. You don't want to be. Well, no, you don't embarrass. I mean, next thing you know, or if they start playing, and it's if they start playing, don't pretend you don't get into it. Don't act like you're enjoying it. Don't reciprocate. Like you just have to pretend that it's somebody turned on the jukebox, just like don't make eye, because you make eye contact. That's like the supposed homeless guy
on the street, man. As long as I'm looking forward, you're not there.
Oh man, and that's just so terrible because it's one of those things. If it was the only time I've given money to homeless is when it's obvious.
Yeah.
You can, what I'm saying? You just, the guys that are set up there and they, where'd you get your sign, bro? Well, come on. wait, honestly, where'd you get your properly spelled sign with, cut cardboard,
glitter on there.
Guys, it was one of your favorite places. I was coming up on Buc-ee's. And
I went to Buc-ee's today.
Today?
Yes, today. The new Buc-ee, or different Buc-ee's for me. My second trip.
Man.
Still not impressed.
Come on, bro. Bro.
Man. I went last time you were talking about how nice the bathrooms were. So I said, all right, I'm gonna pay attention. But you had said the stall doors went all the way down, so I wanted to see that, and they didn't.
Some of them do. I don't know. I could have sworn that.
I was gonna take a picture, but I'll pull out the camera in most places, but not in a men's room.
A men's room in Texas is probably not the place you want to pull out a.
Right. I had a cousin arrested for doing that not that long ago. So
wait. Let's rephrase that. You said I had a cousin arrested. You made it sound like I had that guy arrested.
No. I have a cousin who was arrested for doing a little more than pulling out a phone in a restroom. So he wasn't a close cousin or anything. So
well, he's not now.
So
I grew up with that guy.
Yeah. No. I did.
It's a no. That's a definite no. We've got some. So it's kind of funny around here, right? So I live in Sugar Land. It's a suburb of Houston, and they got some folks in certain areas with some money, and some of the cars, man, like it just the It's nothing. Oh, there's a Maserati. There's a whatever. One that got me the other day, and it was parked. We went to dinner like a Friday night, and it's parked. Here's what got me. It's parked in a garage parking lot.
Right,
So it's
public
not
garage. Yeah.
not even public, not valet. A Rolls,
Oh
but an
man.
old Rolls, like I think I got a picture of it. I'm sure I do.
Yeah.
It's old school, not like, because I've seen some modern Rolls Royces around here, and they're actually beautiful, but I can't look at them and not think that's like a house. You're driving a house. Yeah, that's what they cost. But yeah, really old Rolls, and I'm thinking, man, one, you got to have money, I guess, to do it, and then to just drive it to dinner.
Yeah.
And park it in a public
used
parking
to own,
garage.
this is years ago, we owned a little retail store. And Little Boozy, who's from Baton Rouge.
I know the name. I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
Little Boozy.
Rapper apparently does.
Yeah.
When he's not in jail.
When he's not in jail.
But his stepmother owned a store in the same little strip center, and I always thought it was just a front to move some money. Man, it's getting dark in here. But she drove a Bentley, an orange Bentley.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm just like, all right. Yeah,
not enough people are noticing I'm driving a Bentley. What can we do?
What can I do? Yeah, make it orange.
Ah, she's Little Boozy. You ever meet Little Boozy?
I didn't. Little Boozy's sister used to come in the store, hang out though sometimes. So never met Little.
About to say, is that the most famous person you ever met?
No, man. I hit a couple. Yeah, I've worked with Drew Brees. Drew Brees.
We know you and Drew
me and Drew. No,
you and Drew like that. I know he confronted. I say confronted.
He wrote. He
a long
did some
day.
spots that I've written. So
he conferred with you when he retired. I remember you.
He did. That's right. We talked about it.
Then you go in the backyard and you were like running patterns for him, so he could.
Well, I was trying to see if he could knock me down with the pass.
Yeah, Drew, you just don't got the zip no more, man.
I was one-handing him, and it was like
Drew. You used to leave a bruise.
That's my left hand, Drew. I'm not. I don't even use my left hand.
That's right.
Met him. Worked with Rudy of Rudy fame one time.
Rudy fame.
Yeah, Rudy fame, and Rudy is an interesting character who is all about being Rudy. This dude has made a life of being Rudy.
Well, and it's funny. Before you said that, I had seen something. I'd seen an interview or somebody somewhere said, who played on the team, just said, "Man, that guy's a jerk," and didn't have anything good to say about Rudy. The actor.
This guy, you wouldn't recognize this guy in hell if he was sitting on the side of you. He'd tell you he was Rudy though. He signed, it was for video production, and everybody has to sign a release. Well, he signed just Rudy. But part of the process was always, it was for a client of mine, and he was participating in the project. He knew he had a relationship with a client, and we were on a tight timeline. And so I would, go through my questions, and then I turned to my client who was paying me and say, okay, that's all the questions I have. Do you have anything else that you'd like me to cover? And they said, no, we're fine. And then Rudy says, I got more. What are you talking about? I'm not done. And he proceeds to talk for another 10 or 20 minutes.
But you did get Rudy's autograph, right?
No, I didn't get. He offered it to me.
He offered.
I said, I'm good, man.
Autographs.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't. I've seen some people in my life that I just never felt that way. I always felt. I don't. Because back, the most embarrassing thing was, so years ago back in radio, and again, we had fun, but we were a small town jerking around.
Small town.
Yeah, there were. I don't know how many times in my life, at least more than 10, maybe not more than 20 or 30. People ask for your autograph.
Yeah, I've signed autographs at the mall in Houma.
It's the most embarrassing thing. Yeah. If you sign an autograph and you think that that's warranted.
Yeah.
And then when I saw a lot of these people back in the day, we all had phones, but not cameras.
Right, right.
Right. So the camera is really a 2010, 2000, that's when everybody, the last decade.
Right.
Before that, it was, you'd see people and, I didn't get autographs. It'd just be, remember one that was weird. In Chicago, I was coming off an elevator and Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The doors open up and she's sitting on the little lobby area. She's sitting on a bench right in front of him. She had a baby at the time. The baby is probably maybe a year, 2 years old. I mean, they don't put a lot of makeup on her. Let me just put it that way. It's just beautiful. You kind of walk on like, hi, Elizabeth. How you doing? She's hot. You don't want to be, so you just kind of walk away and then trying to tell everybody else, I need to go. Hurry up. You gotta, so you
want to have a picture. You had to have a witness.
Yeah, I need somebody else. That's Elizabeth Hurley right there. But yeah, I take it back. One autograph I got, I didn't really ask for, but it got sent to me, which is kind of cool, and I can't find it. It's lost somewhere. Was John Tesh.
Oh wow!
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
I interviewed him.
What was that show?
Entertainment Tonight.
And yeah.
He was him and Mary Hart, Entertainment Tonight. And he was, and this was a radio, like on the phone interview. And it was supposed to be, it was Capitol Records, I think it was. They called up and he was.
Yeah, he's a big jazz guy now, right? George.
Dude's an incredible musician. There was I want to say it was the NBA theme for a while, or it might have been the Olympic theme. I forget. But some very famous piece of music that NBC used forever was Tesh that wrote it. He used to play it in concert, which is kind of funny. But they called up and he was putting out, I guess it was an album. I guess he was putting out, but he was still on Entertainment Tonight at the time. And it was supposed to be like a 10-minute call. And dude, I'm sitting in a radio station in Golden Meadow. What else I got to do this morning? So I get John Tesh on the phone and we went live. That's the other thing. Wasn't taping anything. We went live like 35 minutes. And I still think back, that guy was the best. He was hysterical and cool. And I think back in those days, we did a lot of, we had to do our own research and watch stuff. And I knew a little bit I did a little research before doing the interview. Yeah. I did a little prep work. So I knew some things that we talked about because he gets on and he was staying in a hotel room because his house was being renovated or something. And he was in a hotel. So, I'm actually calling from a hotel. I'm like, I said, no, keep your voice down. I know you don't want to wake up Mary. And dude, so I thought that was a pretty funny line, right? I mean, without missing a beat, he laughs. He goes, no, she's in the shower. Don't worry. And I immediately went, I love me some John Tesh. And man, dude, we talked and I started giving him, I said, and at the time.
Nowadays, a publicist would have shut you down in a minute.
Oh, listen. So we talked and I remember at the time, I mean, Lisa Gibbons was on there and Mary Hart's is just a beautiful woman. And Lisa Gibbons was like Mary a runway model.
Special lighting on her legs.
Oh, so man. Nice. And it was those two. And then Leonard Maltin was the movie guy. And I was having fun. I was telling him, I said, look, here's some advice. I said, Mary needs to keep wearing those sweaters. Mary looks good in those sweaters. I said, Lisa, hey, that leather. She wore a lot of leather back in the day. I said, Lisa's good with leather. And I said, Leonard Maltin needs to wear a dickie. He should wear a. So we probably spent 2-3 minutes talking about why Leonard Maltin should wear a dickie. And anyway, just a fantastic time. So about 4 or 5 days later, I get a headshot from John Tesh, today, fantastic time. By the way, Leonard says hi.
That's cool, man.
And I lost it. It's somewhere. I lost it in a move. I mean, that would be behind me. Like if I ever can find my signed John Tesh, that's going back.
I'll tell you this. John Schneider's business is a customer of mine. So I met him
some good old boys.
Yeah. John likes him some John too, though. We
all like us some John.
I don't think I've ever seen Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, I did back in the day a lot. Yeah.
But he's still living that dream.
Why wouldn't you? Hey, look. Hey. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Well, he's a country musician too.
Hey, here's the deal. He's actually pretty good.
And he makes movies. Well, I think he's got a studio out in Holden, Louisiana.
Okay.
But then he'll take the movies on tour. Like he'll do like drive-in setups. So just go to some town.
Okay.
And a tour. And I mean, he's got like big 18-wheeler, branded. And
come on out and meet a Duke boy.
Right. He'll play a concert and watch one of his movies.
I got to find, because back when I was doing country radio for a while, and we talked about this before, I was never a country fan doing country radio, which is where you want to be. But he had one or two songs that were straight up not bad. Not bad. I even told you that. I said, whenever you talk to John, tell him you got an old DJ, bud. They said, you know what? He had a couple pretty good sides. Because if John loves himself some John, he's going to love hearing. I got a friend that said, you are pretty good at what you do, man. I actually saw Waylon Jennings in concert, Hiawassee, Georgia. I'm sitting on the 6th row or 3rd row or wherever. It's close, little place in Hiawassee, some fair. And he was and it was apparently a tough seat to get. I mean, it wasn't a very big venue, and everybody up in North Georgia, they loved him some Waylon. And, but I remember watching him, he had 2 shows. I guess we saw the first show. That if they'd have had one of those chips that could trace your movement, they'd have traced Waylon from putting down that last whiskey, coming off the bus, onto the stage, to the mic. That little dot would not have moved for 45 minutes. Straight back to the bus. I mean, he was good. And I remember sitting there thinking, I knew some Waylon. I'm just, man, I hope he does Lukenbach, Texas. He did. And the other thing, I was like, man, I hope he does the Duke song. He did. I can remember it's one of those moments I'm sitting there thinking, I'm watching me some Waylon Jennings doing just some good old boys.
Yeah. Well, if you drive onto Schneider Studio onto the property out there, they've got several versions or General Lee's parked around.
Man, look, ride it.
And
I tell that to my youngest that is a musician and does things, and we talk about. I used to say this all the time. So and so sold out. So and so sold out. And I'm like, man, that's the goal. What are you talking about? You tell me anybody's a sellout, I tell you that means they had something worth buying. Like, good, sell out, make your money, man. You're fan. Please. That's this one hit wonder. Great, you one hit ahead of the world. Think about this: the dudes that did "I Get Knocked Down, but I Get Up Again." They don't need another song forever.
No. I'm a big fan of Edwin McCain, and I've seen him several times.
He's one of those guys that I know I like him too, but he's one of those guys, if you could throw 10 different songs at me that he didn't sing, and I'd say, oh, he might have sung that. Like, I don't remember what he sang.
Yeah, he made his money on the song I'll Be, and could not ask for more. But
he must have made a lot of money on that.
Yeah, he's a pure singer-songwriter. So his shows are great because he'll tell stories about the songs, and I like that kind of stuff. And it's he'll play a lot of off the cuff stuff. He'll do some old 70s funk covers, just goofing around. But he'll talk about he'll never apologize for or get tired of playing the song. And his kids, he would say, laugh at him, and he says, man, that's on paid for this house. That's on paid for everything you got. That's on paid for everything you ever gonna have.
That's it. Oh, look. Hey, license it to everybody.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Pay me my money.
I'll sing it every night of my life.
What was that guy? You had a bad day. That's one of those songs.
Him.
Was that?
What was that guy? What was his name?
We'll throw it up here when we do it. But same thing. That's a song that's everywhere.
Howie Day.
Was that?
Was it Howie Day?
Not a clue. Not a clue. I'm not real good. I'm not real good at remembering, and I'm good at remembering faces. We're talking about names. We're talking about, okay. I was thinking about it with autographs. And a story, and I don't know why I haven't told this story in a while, because I just I'd forgotten. Something happened last week that reminded me, and I went, oh yeah, I met that person. So a bunch of years ago, like 96, 97, something like that, just started working for that company that, the big rollers, right? And I'm in Chicago, and I have to, it's a conference, and part of the deal there is if we have customers there, hey, if these guys want to, guys and girls, if they want to go out to dinner, bring them out to dinner. Great. That's a tough part of the job, right? You got the company credit card. Let's go, entertain. So I brought them to Second City. Figure, what the heck? Second City. I'd never been to Second City, the Improv, very famous, Belushi,
Yeah, but
Aykroyd. I mean, the list is incredible. The people that have come through Second City, Chris Farley, right? So we get there, get set up, and I mean, simpler times, right? We there was no assigned seating at the time. You kind of showed up and early, and you'd say, "Hey, I need a table for." I had like 8, 9, 10, whatever, and I just handed them like a $20 bill. Just they brought us to the first table. It was hysterical. I'm thinking, man, wait, I got a table like on the stage for $20 at Second City. This is a great place. Show's fantastic. It's incredible to watch really talented people improving and just they're hysterical. After it's over, we're like, all right, let's go. Half the people wanted to go back to the hotel. The other half were, they weren't done yet. All right, let's do something else. All right, let's go do something else. Right across the street, literally, you walk off, and it's a small street. You walk across the street. There's this little bar with pool tables. Let's go in there. We get set up in there. Just having a couple beers. And then about maybe 20, 30 minutes later, 3 people walk in. It's 2 guys and a girl. And they were from Second City. We'd just seen, and man, I was like, oh, awesome. Hey, they were just coming in to get a beer or something. So they come sit down and, oh God, you guys are fantastic. Let me buy you a drink. And the 2 guys were stars, man. And those guys were like, I was thinking these guys, one of these is the next Belushi. One of these is the next, because they were just they were, to me, the obvious stars of the show. Mm-hmm. And they were all good. But then the young lady, she sat on the stool right next to me at the bar, and hey, nice to meet you. Whatever. You were great. Said, can I get you? Would you like something to drink? No, she wasn't. She was not going to be there long. Well, we talk. Everybody's talking. She's kind of quiet, kind of boring. Not. And these guys are stars. They're going to be stars. I want to hang out with the stars. We end up playing pool. So we're playing pool, drinking beer, hanging out with these 2 guys. About good night. Everything ends. 3 years later, 4 years later, sometime I'm watching TV, and I look on TV, and I was like, I know that person. I know I have met. I know how I've met this person. I spoke to this person, Tina Fey.
Oh wow,
Tina Fey. That's who the quiet sitting next to me, didn't want to drink, hung out for a little bit, but like, I'm going to go hang out with the stars. She was Second City. And so I can really pick them, man.
And those 2 other guys
have no idea. They're maitre d' somewhere right now. I have no idea what happened to those guys.
You weren't a talent scout, evidently.
Not a talent scout. Not a guy. I pegged the other 2 for stars, and she was fine, but obviously she's not gonna, not much is gonna come of her.
Well, yeah. You knew her when?
No, I really didn't. I talked to her, and she didn't want a beer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She didn't know what she was missing.
Yeah, she did.
And
that's not what that was about.
I know this girl that went, she was in college when we were at Nichols. She's, kind of off her rocker, but I follow her on social media as much for, entertainment.
I just anything. Like how you just randomly, she's kind of off. And I was thinking, oh, she's special in her rocker. No, you have to finish it. Like, okay.
No. But the girl, probably 55, will post pictures of herself on Facebook in otherwise string bikinis from like early 90s, as though that's her now. And then cannot understand why the guys she meet online are all just looking for a hookup. Scroll your social media.
That ought to be a law. Like it's Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. What gets me, and it's really, and I'm not making this up. I don't know when I started crossing that line where stuff that I used to laugh at, and I kind of sort of do, where now I just feel bad for people.
Oh yeah, it's cringeworthy, and she's
But I feel bad for people that post things sort of like as a brag, and you want to say, oh, that's not a brag. That's not a,
right,
or all of a sudden they got a new selfie. They changed their picture, and you're thinking,
go back to the old one.
you looked at that and thought, I gotta share me some of this with the world, man. I mean, yeah, man. Look,
This poor girl that I went to high school with one time posted, the paternity test came back. I'm a grandma again. It's like, yeah, what do you respond to that?
congratulations.
Congratulations.
What up, Momo?
Yeah, good deal. Yeah,
You look
all
good.
right.
You look good, Momo. That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. You wanted
Oh,
you to say,
yeah,
you
yeah.
the hottest Momo in Dulac.
Yeah. So
I don't know why I said Dulac. Shout out Dulac.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think she's from Dulac.
I got no reason to believe Dulac would have more illegitimate than anyone. That's going on nothing. Going on nothing.
Dulac sounds good.
It just what came to mind. I'm just sorry. It just kind of came out. It happens sometimes, but
Yeah. Well,
or people that share medical.
Oh, let
man,
me tell you something.
That's what I wish. I don't. People can talk all they want about Facebook censoring, and it's a mess. It's a trash fire. I get it. If Facebook wants to censor stuff, can you, or guys, again, remember I said last week, I said, I want to have a job where I just walk around giving advice. Like, I just want to get to a point where I'm just here to help. You might not have asked for this. I'm just here to just give some advice. Right. If someone is injured or hurt or in the bed, they're sick, they just did something tragic, don't take a picture of them and put it online. Like, until unless you can prove to me that they asked you to do that. Like prior to going into the coma, they said, listen, if anything really bad happens to me, I want you to take a picture of me looking really, really bad and put that. It's just.
I have somebody, and I won't say who it is, but has some medical issues, but lives for those medical issues, and will post.
By the way, what's the What stopped?
Oh, the bell. It's a church behind me, man.
Oh, dude, hang on, collection plate.
Get that $2.
I got my $2 left.
Will post, the poor me stuff, poor me this, poor me that, or here's I'm feeling it. If someone, the natural reaction is for people to offer suggestions, advice. Oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Dude, we'll rip you a new one if you dare do that. Because you don't know what I'm going through. It's like, trust me, we all know what you're going through. You post about it nonstop.
I think your problem. I think you need to move mental illness up on that list of things you're worried about, because you putting this stuff out there and getting mad when people are trying to be supportive. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, somebody at my house the other day posted on the neighborhood Facebook page that there was an alligator in the pond or the lake.
Yeah.
It was a nutria. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, you might want to look a little closer.
I had one of those moments this week, a couple of days ago, going for a ride my bike, and I went out by Oyster Creek here. We got some
Yeah,
you got one really big. I mean, it's about a 12, 13 footer. And I've only ever seen it on the bank. And this time, just randomly, there's about an 8. It's hard to tell. Is it 8, 9, maybe 10 footer? Because we had a ton torrential rain. So I guess
we had all that.
And you never see these things just swimming up the. So I'm like, oh, look at this thing. He's hunting. He's eating, because that's not.
Yeah.
So I ride my bike and I get off, and there's this little bridge. Cute little artsy bridge between two the neighborhoods. You can ride your bikes, walk on it, but there's no railings on it. Right? It's just you could, watch your kids on it. You can just fall flat off this thing. And I realized I walk over and that alligator. It's about again, somewhere between 8 and 10 feet. It's a big one. Just comes
They
out
have to eat you.
dude. So I walk over and I'm standing on the edge of the bridge, and the bridge is only about 2 feet, 3 feet above the water, and I'm looking down at it, and then it's kind of looking up at me, and then its body kind of sinks,
Oh Lord.
right? Just kind of sinks, and it just kind of just sank to the head was showing, and then I realized,
He's gonna lunge.
no, not like a lunge, but he's like, come in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just funny. You playing it and realize I ain't at a zoo. Troy Landry's nowhere around here, dude. I'm like staring at and I realize don't trip, fool. And here I'm with my camera, let me get a picture of this.
Yeah, get a little closer to it.
Yeah. Here, get it. Let me back on out of here. But yeah, he was. No, I didn't see. It's funny. I don't think he was gonna lunge, but he was definitely going oh, hang on a sec. let me go into more hunting mode here.
Yeah, he's hunting, and you're the game.
Come on, fool, get in the water. And then somebody later said, somebody the other day said they saw one with a deer in its mouth. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
What fool said that?
Yeah, a zebra.
It might.
Crocodile. And
I think it was a canoe. All right. All right, man. Hey, you know what? I think it's about that time.
It's about that time. I'm running out of light with little light I have.
And the internet's hanging in there, thankfully for that. But we think we made it through this time. But we pushed the button, see if it stuck to tape this time, and it's actually recording. Hey, we love to hear from you. It's Dave and Juan at protonmail.com. Please feel free. Send in questions, suggestions, topics you want us to jump on, all fun stuff.
That's right. Check us out on Facebook. It's probably where you picked up this link. Watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. You can not only see this episode, click back and see everything we've done for the past few months.
See the whole catalog.
That's right. It's like,
hey man, we don't do this just because of all the money they're throwing at us to do it. We do it because it's a lot of fun, and it's more fun when you're here, and we appreciate you being here. And I think we're going to try to do this again next week when we both are on
real internet.
I'm thinking
and
maybe
lights.
I'm thinking maybe Monday.
7:00.
Sounds good. Right. Enjoy San Antonio. Love you, buddy.
See you, man. So that girl that I was talking about that's crazy. I mean, she is literally like nuts.